Hey everyone, Adam and Andrew here with It Takes Two Takes. We are here to talk about the latest episode of The Boys, brought to you by
Almond Joy.
Adam. God damn it. I was going to get there. I was going to lead in. I was going to say Brave Maeve's Vegetarian Pride Lasagna. Just kidding. It's Almond Joy, Adam, because it is back. And it is taking down, I don't want to even go there yet, but it is a very significant, it all meant something is what I'm trying to say. It all meant something. We will get there, Adam. We will get there. I think, speaking of Lamplighter and Huey watching porn, I think we should start there. I think we should start there.
Some of the porn hit a little too close to home.
It was something else, but it played into really kind of the theme, at least of the story between Huey and Lamplighter. It was a very much a boys sort of subplot. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I mean it was interesting for sure. I mean, it was obviously a side of Lamplighter we were not shown the last episode. The porn obsession. Not
just the porn obsession. The like. Watching it on DVD.
Where did he get the DVDs? Because he didn't really leave there with a whole lot of luggage. So
that's a very good question.
But at the same time, you have to think in this universe, because in our world, you take a movie and you turn it into porn, right? Goodwill fucking or something, right?
Right.
And with this, obviously, you're going to take the soups and do it. But the Billy Butcher porn storyline, that was one I was not expecting.
Who's going to have content influenced by this episode faster? Us doing this video, or individuals that want to upload something to Pornhub as quickly as possible, influenced by every porn that you saw in that stack? And which one will get more views? I'm willing to hedge my bets on the porn.
Oh yeah, the porn, absolutely.
I like the idea. I mean, and really, like as funny as it was, and very much on brand for the boys, the idea of Huey coming to save the day for Starlight, who was basically locked up in an area pretty much like what you're seeing here, where I'm at right now.
Hers was
not only that,
green,
but
less white.
Right, exactly. It seemed very appealing. It was like a day at the beach compared to what I got going on in my facility right now. But the kind of interchange between him and Lamplighter, we're kind of sitting there thinking, oh, we've got a little bit of a little camaraderie going on, and Lamplighter's kind of coming around. But no, it was basically, for Lamplighter at least, a suicide mission. So it was pretty much a shocking ending to an otherwise, I don't know, brief yet intriguing little story of a side character in terms of soup.
Well, then, you had Huey having to cut his hand off in order to get out.
Oh, it was awesome.
So yeah, and I think it is now, I think, very safe to say that Starlight is a member of the boys.
Very much so.
I don't think there's any redemption for her at this point with Vought. I think it's safe to say she's part of the resistance now for sure.
It's official, and it's about time. I mean, we kind of knew it was coming.
You've got Kimiko, you got Starlight, and you got Starlight's mom. I'm having a hard time calling it the boys. Just saying. Okay,
all right, that's fair. That's a whole nother. We only have so much time, Adam. I want to get to an important thing that I don't know how many people are going to highlight this, but to me it was significant, and it was Billy having a moment with his parents, more specifically his dad, which, by the way, played by John Noble. Anyone that's a fan of Fringe, seeing Walter yet again, like, always fantastic. And for those of you that are fans of Downton Abbey, we had Mrs. Patmore playing his mother. But anyway, an interesting little kind of moment to get a little background on Billy Butcher, find out more about his relationship with his parents, which, by the way, I wish I would have had subtitles on for, let's just say that, but it was a good little scene.
Yeah, we definitely learned where he got his love of the word cunt, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He definitely got that from his parents. Really, it kind of gave an excuse on why he didn't go with them to get turned down the first time when they went to go get their star witness, right?
That scene between Billy and Vogelbaum, who, by the way, is back, in this episode, fantastic. Carl Urban completely I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that moment of just seeing how devious he was, Vogelbaum even being like, whoa, like how can you, he couldn't even finish his sentence. Like the idea of him killing his family members, his grandchildren.
Yeah, see that part,
I think it was a bit of a bluff. Let's go there for a minute, but yeah.
Going back to the Huey Starlight escape from Vault Trez,
yeah.
We mentioned the Almond Joy, which was used to take down Black Noir. But at this point, Black Noir now knows that Queen Mav helped Starlight escape. But Queen Mav did not go with Starlight in the escape and opted to stay. I can't imagine that Black Noir is going to be okay with the idea that Queen Mav helped Starlight escape and saved someone who is obviously out to take down Vought.
Oh, absolutely. She knew what she was doing in that moment. Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if she thought he was going to die, but let's be honest. The Almond Joy potentially killing him, I hilarious, by the way. The fact that is, of all things, tree nut allergy is ultimately going to take him down. But it wasn't an on-screen death. So let's assume he is not dead.
Yeah, his medicine was just kicked across the room. He probably crawled over and got it. So
we saw a little bit of his face, by the way.
Yeah, we did see a little bit of his face, which we've seen a little bit of his face when his mask has gotten burned or torn or whatever. Mm-hmm. But we see a little bit of his face.
Right.
So we get a little bit more of an idea why he wears a mask. But it's, this is another one where I'm really interested in what's going to happen with Queen Mav, because she's basically betrayed Vought by helping someone escape, and that's not going to be just forgiven.
Lines have been drawn, loyalties have been decided. It's kind of coming down to that. It wasn't a significant plot line, but let's just throw it out there as far as like keeping up with what's happening with these characters. You've got the Deep and A Train in what is clearly, we assumed, but the parallels are even more obvious than ever, that this is essentially like a cult, sure, but like a Scientology, right?
It's Scientology.
Like, yeah, it's so influenced by that.
It was absolutely written around Scientology. Scientology has probably already condemned this show to all of its members.
Right.
And so, yes, this is absolutely poking at Scientology 100%. A-Train's only in it because he wants back in the 7. I don't think he's swallowed the church's pill or anything like that. He is honestly just trying to use it to get back to the 7. Whereas the Deep seems like
genuinely,
he's more drank the Kool-Aid. Before we get to the climactic part, I think it's interesting, now what's happening with Homelander's son, right? The one thing
that's fair.
Becca at the Vought facility was her son.
Yeah.
So this now makes me think she's going to go running to Billy because Homelander stole her son.
And absolutely.
Who better to go after Homelander than Billy, right? When Billy was convincing the Star Witness to come forward, we don't know what all was said about Homelander because he made it very clear he's very interested in learning about Homelander. Right.
Very. Yeah.
And we have no idea what else he might have learned. The soups are stronger, but it feels like the two sides are changing numbers quite a bit. And, granted, the other side is working on getting public support, including getting a grocery store clerk shot. I felt like some of this, though, is also a dig on Trump. At the same time.
Absolutely.
So that whole part with, the illegal immigrants and, everything like that. Now, another thing I found interesting, though, during that whole Becca Stormfront Homelander part was, I don't know if you caught the name of some of his movies, but 2 of them caught my attention. And this is just a little side thing I noticed, which was Darkest Night
Yeah.
Brightest Day, which anyone who knows at least a little bit about Green Lantern, that's kind of Green Lantern-ish.
Yeah.
Obviously, they broke it into 2 movies, but that's very much in Brightest Day and Darkest Night are definitely comes from Green Lantern. So I thought that was interesting. A little
Yep.
side note. But then we get into the climactic scene, right? The courtroom, where justice is gonna be done.
The courtroom scene, you think it's almost going to be like like a Aaron Sorkin Few Good Men moment, just something very like just swelling in the court, just dialogue driven. And
the look on Homelander's face when the witness's name got said, he didn't even look back. He just
yeah.
His eyes got big. He was absolutely like, oh shit type of look on his face.
Vogelbaum being wheeled down into the courtroom, and it became the red wedding. It was the red hearing. Just heads exploding everywhere. It was amazing. It was the perfect way to end a penultimate episode. I loved that moment.
Live on TV, and what I'm guessing they're gonna do in the next episode is they're going to blame some sort of super villain. Is ultimately somehow going to get blamed for this.
I think whoever's doing it, we don't know of yet. We're not seeing yet. They're around, but we don't know. We saw that earlier in the season, this move of just heads exploding. And I think it's going to build into whatever this next episode is. And I prefer that it not be someone that we know. I don't want, I assume there's going to be red herrings and so on and so forth.
I enjoyed this episode a lot. I don't know that there was any moments there was no tentacle snake moments for me in this episode. So there wasn't really any like massive, oh shit type of stuff that kind of jumped at me, but it was a good
there were
episode.
no uncircumcised creatures.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a lot of porn, there
was.
So I think I'm definitely looking forward to next Thursday night, and I'm all in for that final episode.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna get maybe some Almond Joy and Fresca for our final review. I think I'm not kidding. I might even cut this out so that 50 of you at most that are watching this will see us reveal that. Let's coordinate that, Adam. Let's make that happen.
Hey everyone, Andrew with It Takes Two Takes. We're playing some royalty-free music, so don't even bother Shazamming that one. We got videos over here I think you're gonna enjoy, and there's a button over here I'm gonna enjoy. Let's make this all work together, right? Please subscribe, check out what else we have going on. Thanks for watching.